Okay, so here we are. This is the 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. It is the 16 gigabyte build to order for the RAM model. I've got Windows 7 installed, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the performance. Right now the Windows experience rating is sweet. Okay, so we've got 7.6, 7.7, 7.3, 7.3, and 7.9. So what we're going to do right now is take a look and see how many frames per second we can get with Fraps on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So let's go ahead and pull that right up now. Okay, so we're about to start this game up. And while I adjust the camera, I'll give you a heads up. When I did get into the game, I found out it was running at 1280 by 800 from the previous MacBook Pro I was running it on. So that means that the last MacBook Pro game save that I used was on my 13-inch MacBook Pro running integrated graphics. So it kept the settings. As soon as I get into the game, I will change the settings, but it is running at a very decent 60 frames per second with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So we're going to check out a little bit of an older game, because I've seen a lot of other ones running Battlefield 3, and then you've got some testing it with Need for Speed The Run, but I haven't seen Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, particularly on a Retina display MacBook Pro before, hence this video. What we're looking to do right now is check and see, after I change the settings, how many frames per second I can get and what it looks like on the screen. So far, looking very good. Still running at around 60 frames per second. I'm going to go over to the settings. This is when I found out I was running at about 1280 by 800, as you can see. I'm going to change that up, but at this time I forgot to click apply, so you'll forgive me, but I'll be coming back to that. I did change all the settings to high, and going back, and I'm going to come right back in because I forgot to apply the settings. So it says 1280 by 800. I'm going to come back over here right there. All right, there we go, all the way. Now check all the other settings. Click apply, continue. And now we are going to go ahead and I guess we're going to go ahead and get into the game. So we're now in the career mode. I'm going to just randomly pick some track over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of the older tracks, as it'll show you a lot smoother on the graphics. Check out Oakmont Valley. Yeah, I think I'm going to go on Mission Beach. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And so far, it looks like the frames per second are still up. Oh, wow. Okay, 45 frames per second is pretty good. You guys can barely see that little frames per second counter, but everything is very smooth compared to the last time I was running it on my 13-inch MacBook Pro. Pick the Subaru. And the graphics on this are really, really nice running at 2880 by 1800. This is full resolution. This is almost 5 or more megapixels on one graphics card. And it's still running at about 31 frames per second. Unlike the other videos that I've seen, those were running at about 1920 by 1200. This is running at full 2880 by 1800. So you're going to get the full graphics performance. Alright, let's just get into the game, and you guys will have to forgive me because I haven't actually played this game in a long time, and you'll probably hear me rambling on in the background, but hey, enjoy the gameplay. That was fast. I mean, this is higher than Xbox quality, I can tell you that much right now, guys. So this is better than, I mean, you plug it into a high-def TV, still, you know. Let's remember how to play this. I haven't played this in forever. Okay, so I remember that button. Okay, what other button is there? Come on. This is Retina display. 30 frames per second consistent. I'm sorry, but the last time I did this, I did it on a MacBook Pro, 13-inch with integrated graphics. So the gameplay on here is super, super smooth. Response time. I mean, this is just like exactly what I remember when I was playing it on the Xbox 360. Okay, so the graphics are amazing. Gameplay is the usual, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and I think that was the fastest, best looking frames per second I've gotten on any computer I've ever owned with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit running on it, because it's a pretty intense game, but then at the same time doing it on this, whew, man alive, dude. Oh, the graphics on this are amazing. Wow. Okay, so basically that's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, a relatively new game, yet it's about 2 or 3 generations old in the Need for Speed series, running on a Retina display MacBook Pro, boot-camped with Windows 7 64-bit Home Premium, and it was very impressive, to say the least. First off, the Windows experience, that was very impressive, seeing that it was achieving a 7.3 at the minimum. And the second impressive thing about it was that even running the Windows user interface, it still looked very crisp. When you put it to 2880 by 1800 on the Windows desktop, it is super small. But if you add the DPI scaling and change it to 200%, it will look double the size, so you'll be able to run 2880 by 1800, and it'll seem as though it was 1440 by 900, so it's almost the same kind of effect as when you're running it in a Mac OS X. However, the small problem with that is that nothing is, quote, Retina optimized, unquote. So it doesn't have any of the pixel doubling stuff that Apple does. So unfortunately, it doesn't look too good. I'd say the best option is either change the resolution to 1920 by 1200, or just go ahead and leave it at about 150%, and it should be fine. But at the same time, you'll be looking at things in a small amount of screen real estate, because the 15-inch form factor with 2880 by 1800 is just an enormous amount of pixels. So it'll be really small, but it's still readable, so that's the good part. A little bit of a bonus, I wanted to throw this in there for you guys. We're going to go ahead and, instead of just testing it on Windows Boot Camped, we're going to actually do a full graphics test now on the Mac OS X side, so stay put. Okay, so here we go. We're about to open up Dirt 2. This is going to be number 2 out of 3. I don't have the original Dirt, and Dirt 3, yeah, don't have that either. But what I'm going to do is, as you can see, set it to the maximum 2880 by 1800 resolution yet once more, as we did on the boot-camped Windows 7 version of the Need for Speed. We went the straight 2080 by 1800. I did the same thing here. You guys can see it looks pretty darn good running at full 2080 by 1800. This is just a demo video, so let's wait until we get all the way into the full game. Okay, so first off, I wanted to show you guys a quick pre-canned video. This is the one that usually shows up as soon as you leave the computer idle for a little while. This is just the beginning intro video, basically, an elongated version. So you've got some canned gameplay, as you guys can see, but it still looks really nice, and it's very crisp. Not sure what resolution they shot the video in, but it does look very decent, even if it's only in 1080p. At this point in time, fans on the computer were running pretty high. You can't hear it right now, but I'm going to just go ahead and get back into the game. But it was just because everything's going through the graphics cards right now to keep them cool. Obviously, the fans are going to be on. There's nothing wrong with that. So, back to the game. Pretty understandable. Fans are up right now. I believe the graphics card is running. And because we're running on Mac, I'm really sorry, guys, but I don't have an FPS counter. Fraps is not on Mac. It's only Windows. So, I'm going to have to guess my way through how many frames per second is going on. But it is at full 2880 by 1800. What I can do is I can go outside. Still really pretty smooth. Go to Options and go to Graphics right now. There we go, that's our frames per second counter. We're at 26. So our resolution is at full 2080 by 1800. Multi-sampling is off and VSync is off. So it's not on the highest settings, but it still looks decent. So I suppose right now I'm going to put the particles on high and change all the shadows to insane, and then I'm going to put everything up even worse. So VSync might as well be on. And heck, let's put multi-sampling on too. Let's just hope the computer doesn't explode. Okay. high, 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 high. Yeah, okay. That's high. Alright, run benchmark test. Test system's performance with currently testing. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Minutes to complete. You guys have some time. Alright. Here we go. We're going to try the benchmark. And once we have tried this benchmark, I will go and show you some live gameplay. That is, if I remember how to play. Because it's been a while since I've actually touched this game, and I will probably crash the poor car into the wall. But hey, we'll have some fun anyway.